Hey guys, this is Aniket from anikbin.com. Today we're going to discuss on the topic how to get started with blogging. Now I've been blogging for over a year now, and what all things I've learned in this year, 1 year, I will sharing you in this video. I'll just give a blueprint on how to get started with blogging. There are a lot of different videos on YouTube and a lot of articles where they show you how to get started with blogging, but since there's a lot of articles and videos, we get really confusing, and at my time I was also really confused and made a lot of mistakes. So I want you to not make those mistakes, and I'll be giving you a clear blueprint on how to get started with blogging, what are the steps you need to follow. So without wasting any further time, let's begin. Alright, so now there are a few steps that we need to follow in order to get started with blogging. So we'll be going through one by one. So the first step is choosing a platform on which you will set up your blog. Now, one thing before saying this, I want to clear that difference between a blog and a website, because a lot of people are confused what is a blog and a website. Basically, your blog is also a website. We can all say like this that every blog is a website, but every website is not a blog. Okay, I cannot say this more simply. So basically, website, as we all know what is a website. So blog is is a different kind of website where we put out content in the form of articles. Earlier people used to keep a personal blog where they would write stuff. As we all know, people keep a personal diary where they write what they did or what was happening what all happened during the day. They used to write at the night. So the same thing here is a blog where we put out our ideas, where opinions, or we write on a topic. So this is known as a blog, but it's not personal. We put it on the internet for all over the world people to see it. This is known as a blog. Okay, so now for setting up a blog, we need to first choose a platform. Now platform, there are two different types of platforms. Okay, one is a free platform and one is a paid platform. Now why did I select this platform at the very beginning? Because while we are creating a blog, I am focusing on that in the future we can make this blog into a business. Okay, in the initial days it may not be a business, but in the future we can convert it into a business. So we need to think beforehand. So first we need to choose a good platform for it. So now there are two platforms, one is a free and one is a paid. In free platform we have Blogger and Blogspot and also WordPress.com. Now why these are free platforms? These are basically platforms where you can go and create a blog, alright, and then you can write articles on it. But these free platforms are where you don't have a lot of options. Okay, you cannot make a lot of changes. Alright, you cannot call it as your own blog, or you can not make it as a brand. Okay, you do not have your domain and you cannot make more changes. So these are some disadvantages of free platform. But if you want to test out blogging and all that, you can go ahead and create a free account on Blogger, Blogspot or WordPress.com and create your free blog. Now in paid platform we have WordPress.org. What is a paid platform? Basically in paid platform WordPress.org, this is a CMS. CMS is basically known as content management system. If you want to know more about CMS, I have a link below an article which on my blog where I've written about CMS. You can go ahead and read it. So in paid platform you can design your blog or create your blog in whichever way you want. You have all the freedom to do that, but in free platform you do not have that. Okay, now there are a lot of paid platforms other than WordPress, but we need to select the best platform so that in future we do not like overcome a problem or something like that. All right, so WordPress is as we all know, is a very popular platform for bloggers. Okay, now after selecting the platform we need to select the niche. Okay, and now niche is really important, because without niche there is no blog. All right, if we create a blog and we have not selected a niche, so what we are gonna write about? So what is a niche? Niche is basically what you can say, a category. Okay, niche is also known as a category. Every category can be called as a niche. Niche is a topic on which we are going to make our blog according to it. So in niche we have three different topics. First of all, I already explained what is a niche, and now there is different types of niches, and is there a need in the market of this niche. Okay, now coming to the second, which is different types of niche. Okay, there are two types of niche. One is a broad niche and a micro niche. So now let's take an example. Let's take an example of sports. Now sports is a topic and a category. Okay, so sports is a niche, but sports is a broad niche. Why? Because under sports there are a lot of different things like cricket, football, hockey. Okay, there are a lot of different things. So sports is a broad niche. Now what is a micro niche? Micro niche is basically let's say the niche is sports. Under that we have cricket. So now cricket can be a micro niche. If you want to go even micro, we can say cricket bats or cricket ball. These are known as micro niches. Now which one should you choose in the beginning? So I will recommend that you need to choose a micro niche in the beginning. Why? Because let's we're going to create our first blog. All right, so now if I choose sports, it's a very broad niche. There are a lot of topics that we can cover on our blog, but when we get started we really get confused what to cover, because we need to cover it in a specific way so that the audience who are reading our blog doesn't get confused. So if we start from micro niche, let's say I start from cricket. If I go even micro, let's say I start from writing about different types of cricket bats. Alright, I only focus on cricket bats. After I've covered a lot on cricket bats, I can go to different types of balls that I use in cricket or the cricket gear. Alright, the helmet, the pad, and all these things. Now I can focus more on cricket. After completing cricket, I can go to another sport. So in this way, I can cover the entire sports niche. So you understand, first we're gonna micro and then we can eventually go to the broad niche. Alright, so now the third is there a need in the market? This is really important because let's suppose we're writing on a niche and then the need of the niche is not there in the market. People are not searching for that niche on search engines. So even if we write articles on that niche, we're gonna not get traffic on our blog. Now, let's suppose someone can ask me that my niche is really different and there is not much traffic on the niche right now, but in the future it has a lot of scope. I agree, but as we are starting in the beginning, we need to focus on a niche where we have some traffic so that we can write articles, get some traffic, and we can experience what all things comes in blogging. Alright, but even if we don't get traffic, so how gonna we know that what all happens when we write articles? We get traffic, we need all these things. Alright, so we need to select a niche which has some decent traffic and we can write articles on that. Also, you can do side by side, focus on your niche, and eventually in the future it will get traffic. Alright, now after finishing those, we're gonna go to the third one, which is setting up your blog. So now there are 3 steps that we need to follow. One is domain and hosting. So I guess I might assume that you all know what is a domain and a hosting, but I'm going to still explain for some of you who don't know what is a domain and hosting. So domain is basically the address of your website. So for example, my domain name of my website is anikbin.com. Facebook.com is a domain name. Google.com is a domain name. Simple. Now coming to hosting. So hosting is basically means whenever we create a website, we need to host that website on a server. Alright, but we do not have a server, so we need to rent a server. Alright, so this is known as hosting. There are a lot of hosting companies from which we can rent out a server. There are a lot of hosting companies. Some are very expensive and some are cheap, but there are a lot of also hosting companies that do not provide such good services. Their pricing are low, but the services is not that great. Customer support is not great. So I'm going to list out some hosting companies from which I've used their hosting servers and they are really pretty good. So when you're going to buy the hosting, you can buy from those. I'm going to link all those in the video description. You can check them out and you can buy the hosting. The hosting plans are quite cheap. You can opt for a shared hosting in the beginning, and you can opt for a month or opt for 6 months or a year. It depends upon you, and you can host your website. Okay. Now coming to the second one, which is theme. Now theme is also really important for your website, because after buying a domain and hosting, the website is still blank. Okay, there is no content on it. Even if you write article, how do you structure it properly? So there comes the main thing of theme. Theme structures our website. A header, the body text, the footer, alright, the sidebar, and a lot of things are there. So we need to use a theme. Now there are a lot of themes in the market. When you install WordPress, you get a lot of free themes in WordPress, but the disadvantage of free themes is that free themes doesn't offer you support or some like if you face any difficulty, there is no support that you can contact and you have to fix the theme by your own. All right, but there are a lot of premium themes that are available in the market. You can search for premium themes, some of which I would recommend are Affiliate Booster, which one I use on my website, Astra theme, and DV themes also there. You can search on Google and you can buy one, but I would recommend Affiliate Booster theme, and because Affiliate Booster is a really good theme, and it also had some pre-made templates and all that, so I'm not going to go very technical. So if you want, you can search it on Google and buy that theme. It's really pretty good. Now coming to the third, which is installing the essential plugins. So plugins are a great thing about WordPress because plugins makes our life very easy because it add a lot of functionalities to our website. So there are a lot of essential plugins that you need to install on your website while setting up. So I'll be linking a Google Doc, alright, where I will be naming all the plugins that you need to install on your website in the beginning. There are other plugins, but these are optional, but there are some plugins that you must need to install on your website while you set up your new website. Alright, so I'll be linking that Google Docs in the description. You can go ahead and check that. Alright, so after all these things are finished, we choose a platform, we choose a niche, and we have set up a blog. Now fourth thing which is come is content. Now content is really important. Why? Because I've created a blog and blog is live on the internet, but now I don't know what to write. So the basic answer I can give you is whatever niche you have selected, write content according to that niche. It's really simple, but it sounds so easy, but it's not, because now I've selected a niche. I know a bit about it. I can write 1-2 articles, and after 4-5 articles I get exhausted. Now I don't know what to write. So here comes a main thing. So first we're gonna focus on which is quality versus quantity. Now this is a topic on which a lot of debate has been going on. See, which one is better? Is quality better, or quantity is better? So I'm not going to give an direct answer that this one is quantity is better or quality is better, because it totally depends upon you. Okay, totally depends how much time you have or what you like. See, if you're a very perfectionist, you are going to focus on quality. Alright, but if you have a lot of time, okay, you can all focus on both. You can focus on quantity or quality. It totally depends upon you what you're going to do. Okay, second one is creating a content calendar. Now while you're choosing, I missed a point in the niche, which was while you're choosing a niche. Alright, let's suppose I choose a niche for cricket. So beforehand I need to write some topics, at least 30 topics, let's say, on which I'm going to write articles. It can be 30 articles on a piece of paper, so that when I'm going to start writing content, I have a backup of 30 articles and which I can write on my blog. Now one mistake I made while I was choosing a niche for my blog was that I choose a niche and I did not prepare any article that I'm going to write. And when I was going to write my first article, I was really confused on what to write. Alright, so for about 1-2 weeks I was really confused. After writing 3-4 articles, I was very confused what to write, because I chose a very broad niche and I was really confused from where to start. So you need to create a content calendar. Let's suppose you prepare a schedule that you need to put 2 articles every week on your blog. So you can go to Google Sheet and create, let's suppose for week 1 you select 2 topics, for week 2 you select 2 topics, and in this way you at least select 30 topics before you choose a niche, so that whenever you go ahead and write content for your blog, you have backup of 30 ideas that you can put in the form of articles on your blog. Alright, this is very important. Now after creating content, we need to share our content. Alright, because if we not share our content, how are we gonna get traffic on our blog? So there are 3 things we need to follow while sharing our content. The 3 sources I can say, which is SEO, social media, and paid ads. SEO, we all know what is SEO, search engine optimization. That is, we need to optimize our article so that it appears on the front page of the search engine, so that we get a lot of organic traffic. If you want to know more about SEO, I have a very detailed article on SEO and on page SEO, both linked down in the video description. You can go ahead and check that. Alright, now second is social media. If you have a Facebook group, or you have an Instagram account with a lot of followers, or you have a WhatsApp group with friends, you can whenever you write an article, you can share it on those social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can share it on those and you will get traffic from there. Third one is paid ads. I would not recommend paid ads in the beginning. Paid ads are basically when you want to like do branding or promotion of something, we can use paid ads. All right, and SEO and social media are free sources. They're completely free. You do not even need to spend a penny on this, and you get a lot of organic traffic. But in paid ads, you need to put money in the advertisements, and you can advertise your content. That was all for this video. I hope you have now a fair clarity of how to get started with blogging. I know this was not very detailed. I just went on over it on the different topics. As I told you, I'm just gonna give you a blueprint of what you will require to get started with blogging, and I will be making a detailed videos on each one of those, all right, in the future. It would take some time, but I'll sure make videos on each one of them in the future. And also, if you have any doubt regarding this video, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can DM me on social media. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. Also, I'm very thankful to you if you're watching this video till the end. I'm very thankful to you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, till then, be safe, wear mask, and use hand sanitizer as much as possible. Okay, wash hands, stay at home, and be safe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then,